You're here. The season of life you worked so hard for. Things are more stable now. The debt is paid. Your days have a little bit more breathing room, and the chaos has settled. Life is easier. So, why the pit in your stomach? Why the nagging voice whispering that you should be doing more? That this calm is just you getting lazy? Instead of relief, the first thing to show up is guilt. This feeling is the emotional whiplash that can hit after a long season of struggle. You wanted the calm, but your body is telling you something is wrong. Today, we're not just going to talk about why this happens. We're going to talk about what to do next so you can finally inhabit the peace you've earned. Hey, I'm Amber, and this is Talent Refinement, a space for people who want to grow at their own pace and in their own way. All right, grab your Refine journal or maybe a notebook just to slow down the moments, right? And notice what's coming up for you as we go through. All right, so this isn't just a passing thought. It's a low grade hum of anxiety telling you that you aren't actually fixing something, you're failing. You expected to make that final student loan payment and feel fireworks, but instead, there was just silence. An identity built around the fight was suddenly unemployed, and guilt definitely rushed in to fill the void. It's the ghost of past struggles, and it's a normal part of transitioning into a steadier season. If this feeling is familiar, let me know in the comments. Just writing, I feel this, is a powerful way to see you're not alone in this. We can spend a lot of time analyzing why this happens. Your brain is running on old software. It got used to a battle that's now over. For years, its default setting was high alert. So now that things are calm, it registers the quiet as unfamiliar and maybe even unsafe. We also live in a world that tells us our worth is tied to our effort. So when that effort level drops, our brain misreads calm as I'm slacking off. And then it generates guilt to get us moving again. By understanding the why, but understanding the why, not by, it's less important than actually giving your brain a new job. The work isn't, is no longer to survive the struggle, but to learn how to live in the peace. This starts with a few conscious reframes. We're going to go over those. The first is to separate real guilt from this ease guilt that you're feeling. Real guilt tells you when you've done something wrong. Ease guilt, that's just an echo. The next time it shows up, ask yourself, did I actually do something wrong? Or does this just feel new? Most of the time, the answer is that nothing's wrong. Life just got lighter. This is when you offer yourself a new insight. This isn't wrong. It's just unfamiliar. This isn't it's not a sign of failure. It's your system recalibrating. So be patient with it. The second reframe is to separate your worth from your effort. Your value does not rise and fall with how hard you're grinding. You need to internalize this new truth here. Things are easier because something worked, not because I stopped trying. The ease you're feeling is the direct result of your past work. It's that harvest. It's not a sign that the field is empty. So, how do we make these reframes feel real? You have to give your brain new data. You have to prove in small ways that it's safe to be at ease. So, what I want you to do, I want you to try a small 10-minute experiment this week. Intentionally let things be easier for just 10 minutes. Sit with a cup of coffee, soda, whatever it is you enjoy, and actually do nothing. You can read a chapter in a book if it's for pure enjoyment. Maybe listen to a playlist, but without tidying up at the same time. Your brain is probably going to likely protest this. It's going to serve you up like a list of more productive things that you could be doing right now. But your only job is to notice that protest. Say, there's that old program again. And then just gently set it aside, right? This small act is a training exercise. You're giving your brain tangible proof. See, we were safe. Nothing bad happened when we rested. And then little by little, you're teaching your mind that rest, it's a reward, not a risk. You don't need to earn your right to enjoy a quiet afternoon. As you practice this, something deeper begins to shift. You start to see the difference between steady and being stuck. For those of us used to chaos, a predictable life can feel like stagnation, but it's not. Steady means that there's room now. Open space, it lets you decide what deserves your energy instead of just reacting to what demands it. There's room to be intentional instead of just busy. Room for joy, creativity, maybe some connections that exist beyond putting out fires. The peace you found, it's not an empty void, it's an open space. It's the stable ground you can now build on, not from a place of desperation, but from a place of choice. The guilt that shows up when life gets easier, it's not a sign that you're lazy or that you've lost your edge. It's a sign of adaptation, an echo from a mind that learned to connect pressure with purpose. The question now isn't what to fix, but what to choose. It's about learning to enjoy the space you've created. It's about giving yourself permission to believe that safety feels like calm, that your worth is inherent, and that ease is that well-deserved dividend of your past efforts. This piece, it's not evidence that you're failing. It's the evidence that you have succeeded. So I'll leave you with a reflection. Complete this sentence. Drop it in the comments if you feel like it. With this new space, I give myself permission to. What's the first thing that comes to mind? All right. And then reading through those answers, that's going to be a powerful reminder of what's possible. Thanks for being here. And if this helped, like and subscribe. Maybe share it with someone who you think might need it. Reflect deeply, grow boldly, and refine endlessly. I'll see you in the next one.